You're out. Well, I don't even remember what the question was, quite frankly, but it was Steph Curry averaging over 26.5 points, and your other three players, you had to have played over 50 playoff games in order to qualify.
Trick.
That's the trick to this.
All right, so that means these are seasoned vets, and the West has been on lock for those who have been able to win it by Hall of Famers. So a couple of people have had the West on lock other than Tim Duncan because he didn't average this level of points.
Right.
Kobe, Dirk, KD.
Wow, have we ever been more wrong? You got one. That's phenomenal.
This before my time. Before my time. That happened in the 60s.
How do you feel about that?
I wasn't born. I don't feel
that
bad.
Might be by the way, and just for the record, he yelled over at Hembo before, "I own you, Hembo," thinking that he got it all right. That happens every day. All right, we had two great games last night. They were great, actually. I'm not even lying this time. And we're going to break both of them down, but we got to start with Steph because, as you remember, he had been out for quite some time. We're going to run the floor. Sorry, I forgot to say that. He's played one game since early March, and you did not know that by watching last night in the 121-116 win over the Pelicans. Came off the bench, 28 points, 27 minutes, finished the game with plus 26. If you're a dork, you'll probably love that. Jalen, what impressed you most?
What impressed me most is he's back, and we talked yesterday on our program about when your best player is able to function without dominating the basketball, it's easier to ease him back into the action. So right here, they're down 8. New Orleans actually got off to a terrific start. So here we're going to do a little action. Boom. First and foremost, this is what makes the Golden State Warriors unique. This guy right now is playing center. His name is Draymond Green. They call that initiating the offense. This guy, Steph, can play without the ball. That's what's unique. This guy, KD, can also play without the ball. Watch how they find a way to work together. Boom. All of a sudden, coaches teach you this all the time. Don't just come off the screen. You come off hip to hip. So Drew Holiday has no space to follow Steph through. Now, this is actually good defense, okay? And this guy knows that, here comes Steph Curry. I got to be there to help. But this guy has the quickest release in basketball. Look at this. Bang. That's his first shot of the game. What can you do about that?
Nothing.
All right. Now, here's another thing. When the Golden State Warriors are really playing well, they lock him down. Look at Klay Thompson, the defense, the help. And now we're going the other way. Now, this is what makes Steph Curry a vanguard to me. Not a point guard, not a shooting guard, but a leader of the new school. These used to be bad shots. Watch this. Watch this. Look at the time. Look at the score. Watch this. These used to be bad shots until Steph Curry came in the league.
That's crazy to me. That is a shot. That's an actual shot in his repertoire.
Absolutely. Coaches used to be like, no. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, it's insane.
That's why the Golden State Warriors are the best team in basketball. They're the defending world champions, and they're going to be a problem for anyone that they face, including the Houston Rockets.
Well, they reminded me last night of why I am firmly of the opinion that they are ruining basketball, because they're just too good.
We're back to that,
You put together too many good players at one time. I genuinely believe they are unbeatable. There is an air of inevitability that exists when they are on the floor that I've never seen exist with any other basketball team in my life, and I've been watching the sport since the mid-'70s. No one will beat them if they're all healthy.
I do wish we could be a fly on the wall when the Rockets were watching that game. Because now I just want to see what they're thinking there. Because for a while there, they thought, all right, this is going to be a pretty easy path.
Basketball is a magnet. Everybody feels good when they're able to touch it. The fans are looking at me. The media's talking about me. Hey, Mom, look, they trust me with the ball. That's what the Golden State Warriors allow their role players to do because KD and Steph play without it.
I'm glad you mentioned KD had 15 in the fourth quarter, but we are only really talking about Steph Curry today. So at this point, I can't believe I'm going to say this. Has Kevin Durant become a little underrated?
I wouldn't say that KD's underrated. I think that the reason why he joined the Golden State Warriors is so that he didn't have to take on the burden of leadership.
Yep.
He didn't have to take on the burden of being considered the best player or the leading scorer on a given night or the burden of always taking the clutch shot. Now he can be a terrific basketball player on a winning team that won the championship last year, and he just happened to win Finals MVP.
I think you said it exactly right. For years, we've been talking about it's so-and-so's team. When the Bulls won, they were Michael's team. When the Lakers won, they had a lot of stars, but they were Magic's team. When the Celtics won, they were Larry Bird's team, even though they had a bunch of Hall of Famers on that. Whose team is this? This isn't KD's team.
Kinda lovely.
But it isn't not his team.
Right.
It's not Steph's team.
It's an actual team.
You can say that's good or bad, but it is, I think, the key to this, and it's why people questioned KD, because we expect guys to want it to be their team.
The most unique thing about the Golden State Warriors is the guy that plays majority of minutes at center.
That's him.
Yep,
that
there he
gentleman,
is.
Draymond Green.
Draymond Green.
Leads the team in rebounds.
Jalen, you're killing me right now. They went
assists.
small for most of the games. Zaza, JaVale McGee, Jordan Bell all got DNPs, which meant that Draymond was the main defender on one Anthony Davis. And given that matchup, is it possible, again, that he might be their most valuable player in this moment?
Yes, Michelle Beadle, and
How are we
here's
getting
why.
here?
Because here's a guy that allows them to play what's been considered a death lineup. I'm taller than Draymond Green.
Me
He's
too.
6'7", and he's guarding Anthony Davis, who's 7 foot tall. When that guy can grab a rebound and lead a fast break, and again, lead a team in rebounding and assist, playmaking-wise, he makes them virtually unguardable. And then on the defensive end, they can switch everything. They're interchangeable parts. They lock you down like no other team in basketball.
Thank you, Jalen. Well said, sir. I
Thank
pulled
you.
on you. All right, SportsCenter at 6 after PTI. Tigers return to the tour as he matches for the U.S. Open. We'll have a little conversation with Carson Wentz. Can he be ready for the start of the regular season? And what happened with Ron James and the Cavs after Game 1 against the Raptors? We'll find out. SportsCenter on ESPN, the ESPN app, after PCI. The Steelers looking to the future? What our NFL expert says now.